That's what they be talking about when they be like New Orleans is below sea level. Y'all see how I'm pointing my camera straight out there and it look like the water is eye to eye with me? That is because I am below the water. I am below one strong gust of a wave. If the water feel like rising, all this whole strip is flooded, okay? This is what they mean by below sea level. We are eye to eye with the water, literally. That water right there. That water right there, okay?
So Trump is now saying that the Smithsonian used to represent American greatness, and now it's too woke and racially divisive. But it seems like the time that he's talking about is when the institution was literally pushing eugenics and stealing the brains of black people from in and around DC. Because for decades, the Smithsonian literally had a racial brain collection and was a headquarters for white supremacist science. And I don't mean that metaphorically, I mean like officially, institutionally, and federally funded racism. And just so you know exactly what went down, from 1904 to 1943, this guy, Alistair Lichka, led the Smithsonian's anthropology program. He was a staunch eugenicist who believed that measuring skulls could prove racial hierarchies. So he amassed a vast collection of human remains, primarily from black and indigenous people, including children, taken without consent. And here you can see the death certificate of one of these individuals, a black infant from DC who was just 21 months old. But Herlichka didn't just limit his work to the United States. He expanded his collection through colonial networks, extracting remains from indigenous peoples all around the world from the Philippines to Peru. And his ideas, which were fully supported by the Smithsonian, helped legitimize eugenics in America, shaping immigration restrictions, forced sterilizations, and segregationist laws. And the work of the American eugenics movement, which Herlichka was a part of, was later admired by the architects of Nazi racial ideology, including but not limited to Adolf Hitler himself. And it's presumed that this is the period that Trump is now romanticizing as a time of American excellence and cultural achievement. And perhaps the worst part of the story is that as of 2023, the Smithsonian still has over 200 brains in its storage. Meaning this is one of those events where even in bad faith, someone can't just say, oh, it happened so long ago, we need to forget about it. This history is a continuing example of brutal and barbaric racism. Yet Trump's executive order treats any reckoning with this racism as political indoctrination. Yet, as you can see in this primary source newspaper, it was white supremacy that was indoctrinated throughout American history. And the refusal to acknowledge and address it is the actual continuation of this indoctrination. So if there's anything you take away from this horrific tragedy, just remember. The violent racism and oppression that has occurred throughout American history has been normalized as neutral or benign. So when we name it and work to undo it, they frame our actions as disruptive and unnecessary, not the actual issue in and of itself. But if you want to go deeper on this topic, I wrote a full-length article on my Substack about the Smithsonian Racial Brain Collection and the efforts to erase this history. You can check out my Substack by going to historycan'thide.com, or if you're on Instagram, you can comment the word newsletter and be DM'd a link to my Substack account. And of course, if you learned something new, share this to your story and follow for more.
Fuck it, I think we don't need jobs anyway. So did y'all hear about that little girl had ended up, I think she was 17 years old or 16 years old, and she decided she wanted to apply for a job? Everybody knows that we use Indeed to apply for a job. But with her, she was new and she was on Indeed and she was applying for a job. So when she applied for a job, she got the interview and she decided to go to the interview. When she went to the interview, she went by herself. The interview was at 7 p.m. That was the first red flag. Then, not only that, the interview was at a warehouse where everything was distant from each other. So when she took the Uber, it was dark and it was like buildings distance from each other. When she get there, after everything was distance from each other, she had interviewed with the lady at the front desk, and then the lady had sent her to the back to interview with someone else. When she had went back there, she had ended up not coming back out. So she, to this day, nobody can't find her. Now, if y'all have interviews, please be mindful of these jobs out here actually sitting up here abducting people through interviews. 17 people who came up missing in Atlanta for the same exact thing.
We're going to have to address black people getting ahead and then charging other ahead. It's not community. Like, for example, you saying, oh, your house should be in a trust. Why do you got to charge me to show me how to make a trust? Why not just teach me how to make a trust? The goal is that we make it easier for the generations that come behind us. Just give the knowledge. Why do you got to charge me for the knowledge? Invest in the stock market. But I'm going to charge you to learn how to do the stock market. Why? Why not just learn so you can teach? That's community. Learning so you can teach. Bartering. Okay, them got eggs and got a farm. I'm throwing down $30 here, $30 there at the grocery store. Fuck the fee. Give me some eggs. I'm going to teach you how to put this whole farm in a trust. Y'all don't barter. Y'all greedy. Why is hair $500? Y'all greedy.
What's that? Oh, a random shipping container showed up on the shore of Jamaica? That's not suspicious at all. What was in it? Oh, a lot of meat? Oh, that's strange. Haven't there been a lot of stories and things in regards to shipping containers? I mean, it's not suspicious at all that a shipping container full of meat would show up on the shore that's also easily accessible and was super easy to open. Now, as we all know, most things aren't free in life, so a container full of meat? Let's probably not eat it. Okay, it's probably not a good idea. Is this some sort of a test? I mean, probably. Okay, let's put that back in the ocean. Thanks.
Take that. Come.
Boy, y'all better put that motherfucking chicken back. Shipping container wash up on Jamaica with chicken in the motherfucker. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all know what they say about us liking chicken. That be pissing me off because everybody love them some motherfucking chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes. But that chicken right there, y'all know what the fuck's in that motherfucker. I don't want you to bite into that motherfucker. Next thing you know, you're biting into somebody. It done turned you into a motherfucking zombie or diseases or whatever the fuck. You don't know where that chicken came from, so put that motherfucker back. Motherfucker can leave a basket of fruit and vegetables in front of my door. I open that motherfucker. Guess who ain't eating that shit? My motherfucking ass. You don't know these motherfuckers. You don't know where it came from. You probably think it came from God. God sent a shipping container through the ocean to give us some chicken. No. Fuck no. Ain't nobody claimed that chicken. You don't even know where the fuck that chicken came from. Put that chicken back. That's a big fact. That's some scary shit. And then, man, look. I don't know what's going on in Jamaica. I don't want you motherfuckers making no jerk chicken with that shit or none of that. I'm pretty sure y'all already got food there, dog. And somebody could be doing some shit trying to get y'all fucked up. And that's the first thing that would have popped in my motherfucking head if I was on a beach in a motherfucking shipping container where nothing but chicken came in that motherfucker. I would be like, nah, y'all fucking playing with me. You send a shipping container full of chicken where all black motherfuckers at. Huh? Think about that shit. Put the chicken back. Don't cook it. I don't give a fuck if it's not expired. Put it back. You trust motherfuckers too much. We all do with food, but this shit is different. It just washed up on the shore, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. Peace.
Okay, in case you didn't know, a shipping container mysteriously washed ashore in Kingston, Jamaica, Saturday, April 5th. Now, the picture that you're looking at is, in fact, the shipping container that washed ashore. Now, this wasn't a shipping container filled with products from Amazon or Shein or some goods going to another country or coming to their country. This was a shipping container filled with meat, raw meat, chicken at that. Now, don't you think that's kind of mysterious for a shipping container filled with meat to just wash ashore like out of nowhere? It sounds like a setup to me. I mean, that sounds like a major setup. Now, we all know that meat has to be properly stored and delivered a certain way because the temperature, especially with chicken, can bring up certain E. coli, listeria, salmonella, etc., right? So why would a shipping container filled with meat just magically wash ashore, knowing that people are going to rush to it, open it up, see what's in it, see that it's free food, run home with it, run back to work with it, take it to their businesses, open up shop and just start cooking and selling it, right? Feeding it to their families, feeding it to their kids. This raised major alarms to health officials, and they went to the streets and made broadcasts letting people know not to eat that meat. If you went and took some of that meat, to please properly discard it and get rid of it. Do not consume that meat. We have to be aware of what's going on out here. Everything's a setup. Don't fall for the tricks. Don't fall for it. Hope everybody's staying safe and stay away from that meat. Do not eat the chicken in Jamaica. Peace!
They have been having a feast. They say there have been several warnings, rather, from the authorities for Jamaicans not to eat the product. But the residents say the chicken is among the best they have ever eaten. Kelisha Williams has that story.
This is all that's left inside the now infamous chicken container that washed ashore an isolated beach in Sandy Hills, Helsha, St. Catherine, a few days ago.
I go in a container, man, take out one whole heap, man. Everybody take out chicken, man, see me.
As the materials start to rot, a foul smell in the air, attracting vultures. But the people along Helsha Beach, Sandy Hills, and other communities in Portmore, St. Catherine told TVJ News that they made sure to empty the container before any of the chicken went bad.
Them chicken, there's some iron chicken. Well tender and something. Yeah, man, me have a couple in my fridge. Right now, so to speak, I have a couple in my fridge. You know what I mean?
You eat it?
Consume it, you know?
Consume it.
Yeah, man.
That admission, despite warnings from the Health and Agriculture Ministries cautioning people not to eat the chicken because it may have been contaminated during its journey to the shore.
Get a lot. I share it with my neighbors.
But they insisted the chicken was good quality and frozen solid when they were removed from the container.
No, man, it's enjoyable. We all enjoy it.
So are you still consuming it?
Yeah, man.
When the chicken soft, frozen or what? When you just received it?
It was fresh.
Get about 14 bucks. You see me? I don't have no problem with them. Same day I fry, same day I jerk, same day I do everything with chicken. Honestly, I was about 3 pack me have out of 14 bucks.
So what you do with the rest? Sell, consume?
What me do? Yes, man, remember, so we have to hustle in here, youth them have to survive, you know. Yeah, man, so we sell, we consume, we have feast out of it.
Now, the container is 9 feet 6 inches high, and there's a sign here which says super heavy. So it appears this rock below the container may be the only thing preventing it from washing back into the sea. The sea is pretty rough, so one can just imagine the force that was used to push this container here. Now, I'm around the back of the container, and I was told that what we're seeing here is actually the spot where the air conditioning units were located. But as you can see, they're all gone.
Some of the residents told us they were informed that the container fell from the ship on Monday, March 31, so it took only 3 days to dock here. However, we could not confirm that claim. That aside, they're hoping that the sea will again bring them fortune.
I should have some bucks of money in it. You see me? I mean, I show you a thing. Some people from other place, man, I vex them, she wanna feed them here, right, dropping it, you see me? So you drop over El Shove, you say, well, I will get chicken by boxes and chicken by case. Give them a tab on about. The chicken, them no good.
Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.
The monthly
Children heard screaming in the containers at the port.